You got an Amazon package in your Christmas.
Oh yeah. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. I hope everybody had a great weekend. What's up? How y'all doing? I hope y'all all had a great weekend. So, first of all, let me say hi to the people in the chat before I got here. So, to all the early birds, hey. What's up, Lemon Kush? Hey, Dark Liquor. What's up, Mr. Brown? Mwah, welcome. Hey, Mims. What's going on? We're going to come back to Mr. Mims. Mims said, hit that like button on your way in. Yes. What's up, little baby? Don't be asking where I'm at. I am here. Don't do that. The life of Bree. Hey, you in the bushes as always. Well, I'm welcome it. Hey, Fifi. What's up, Morgan? How you doing? Mia. What's up, baby? Hey, Xavier. L Love. Cool Gamer. Authentically Young. Diva. Hey, Diva Juan. What's up, Pat Pointer Bat? Tracy. What's going on? Um, Superstar Grant. Okay, good, because I was going to talk about that memes. Hey, and Lovely 31. So, first of all, shout out and thank you everybody for being here. Please hit that like button on your way in. Mims, my boy Mims had a great interview over on his channel last night with Tita Talks. We've been talking about Tita over here. Y'all know that is Jacqueline's blood sister from the Real Housewives of Potomac. And like I told you guys, there are some things she cannot talk about because she does have an NDA because she did work for Mia while they were filming the show. However, there are things that she can talk about as it relates to issues outside of the show and things that happened before filming. And so Mims was talking to Tita. They did part one yesterday. They had some technical difficulties, but it was a good conversation. And so they're going to regroup, get all the kinks out, and come back next Saturday, which is good because then they'll have another episode that they can kind of meditate on. Okay. All right. So let's get into this. Listen, before I get off of here, I'm pulling another name. For those who do not know, it's the 12 Days of Christmas giveaway, members only. So I have all of my members' names in my trusty Jack Daniels box. And I will be pulling a name out, and the gift today is you see everybody's name is in the box. The gift today is a candle from Fifi TV. She makes candles. You can follow her over on her Instagram at Fifi TV. I'm put her handle in the chat. And she makes really great candles. She does a lot of different flavors and all that good stuff. So, and she's, small business, a black woman. So y'all definitely go check her out. And I will put her Instagram handle in the chat, and then you can go to her link from her Instagram from there. But that is what you will be winning today if your name comes out of the box. Okay. Yeah, it's Fifi underscore TV underscore on underscore YouTube. I'll put it in the chat. Or if somebody has it, they can put it in the chat. But you can go there, and then you can have the link to her candles. That's a pic. That's like picture of one of her candles. She's got like a whole little spread right here. You see she's got like a crown, and she's got some really interesting flavors, and just her the presentation of her candles are really cute too. And then she shows y'all, she posts little things like this on her Instagram of showing you making her making her candles and all that good stuff. So y'all check her out, and like I said, that is what you will win today. Now let's get into this. Now listen, I told y'all before that this whole Blueface Chrisean situation, in my opinion, is very toxic. And honestly, I really don't want to bring too much. I didn't want to bring too much attention to it because I was like, it's just toxic. I just don't see it ending well, and whatever. Now it continues to increase and get worse and worse and worse. And then something happened yesterday that made me say, you know what? I need to get back, and we need to really break this whole situation down. We really need to examine this relationship and look at it. Now, if you don't know what happened yesterday, don't worry, we'll get there. But let's talk about it. So we need to finish Mim's interview, but from what I heard, Tita didn't seem to be adding more to the sauce and answering questions directly. Well, again, she has to be careful with how she answers certain things. But there was some tea drop. There was some tea drop. When I saw that Twitch live with Blueface and Chrisean, I realized how bad it is. Yeah, Xavier, and I'm gonna need your help with that part. When we get to that part, Xavier, I'm gonna need your help because I don't know who that guy was on Twitch, but he seems to be somebody very popular. But a couple of things did happen in that Twitch live stream that, again, very concerning, very concerning. So I found an article, and I'll tell y'all where I got the article from. I found an article, and it's recent. It's a recent article. It's up until November the 17th. So this is a pretty recent article, and it is titled Blueface and Chrisean Rock's Rocky Relationship Timeline. And so it starts at the beginning and it works its way up. I'll tell you where the article came from. It's called, the website is monstersandcritics.com. I'll put the link to the article in the chat before we get off of here. But I'm going to just read y'all directly from the article, and we'll just kind of break it down as we go. Twitch was terrible. I don't like what I'm seeing, but she seems worse than him. That's what we get in Superstar Graham. That is exactly the road we on. You on the road with me? Come on. You on the road with me? So I'm going to read y'all a little bit of this. Well, not a little. We're going to read through the article. It all started with a track and field star from Baltimore with 11 siblings, a dad in prison, a drug-addicted mother who met a rapper on an OnlyFans reality show. Next, a tooth was missing and a tragic love story was found. Here's the timeline of Chrisean Rock and Blueface's love-hate history. So again, we talked a little bit about that before, that Chrisean is from Baltimore. She was a aspiring track and field star that got sidetracked somewhere. She does come from a really questionable background. And I don't disagree with you, Mims. And that's why, and I told my people, I said, that's why I'm not going to review that show. Don't ask me about it. I don't care how popular it's going to be and how many views it could get me. We are not reviewing that show over here. First of all, I think Zeus is a horrible concept. You know what? Put a pin in that. Y'all know my brain goes left sometimes. Put a pin in that. Funky Dineva said something very interesting on his Shanquella Robinson's the video he did about Shanquella Robinson. And he put up a very valid point. I told you guys before, because a lot of y'all were like, why would people videotape the fight? Why would they do this? Why would they do that? And remember, I told y'all that working in a school, that is just what they do. We have whole websites that are just dedicated to just people filming these altercations and posting them on the gram or wherever. That is just what they do. And Funky Dineva made a point, and he was like, we are now dealing with the consequences of the love and hip hop generation. I'm gonna leave that there for a minute. Think about it. But I thought that was a very valid point. And that's a conversation that maybe we can have a panel about, especially with people who review reality shows like on YouTube. Like we do that. And we'll talk about it. But I think that's a good conversation to have, not blaming everything on Mona Scott Young, but it is a generation of people who grew up seeing you get rewarded for being violent. Like, but let's move on. That's another conversation for another day. I just thought that was valid. Okay. Chrisean was one of the top track runners at Santa Monica College in California. She said that she went to California to pursue track and field to get the future she deserved since she didn't have a childhood she should have had. She said that she was homeless at 9 and stayed with family members and friends until she made it to California for college. Meanwhile, Blueface was a rapper with a hit song called Tatiana, I should say, who had previously had several public brawls with his family. He decided to host a web reality show on OnlyFans called Blue Girls Club, where women lived in his house nonstop for a month, competing for his heart. Blueface's son's mother, Jaden Alexis, was also in the house. The women fought, partied, and completed challenges during an altercation between Jaden and Chrisean. Chrisean's front tooth was knocked out after she bumped her face on a surface. Blueface then signed Chrisean to his record label, Blueface LLC, and released a single called Lonely. The single became a hit on YouTube, but shortly after the single release, Chrisean publicly declared her love for Blueface. She started tattooing the rapper's name on her face, twice to be exact. Well, actually, it's 3 times now. She has a third one that she put on her neck, okay? And they said face, but it's on her neck, right? It's not on her face. It's on her neck. Anyway. She also got a large picture of his face tattoo. Okay, on her neck. Okay. And Jonathan's P tattooed on her bikini line. Jonathan is Blueface's real name. Things then took a turn for the worse with Chrisean arrested in Oklahoma for distribution of a controlled substance and allegedly breaking and entering into Blueface's house, attempting to steal his car. Blueface posted on his Instagram Live a picture of his wall where Chrisean allegedly wrote, "I love Blue Rock," in blood. Oh, it is on her face too? Okay. Right, a hit on YouTube. According to WAC 100, Blueface's manager, Chrisean, was attempting to drive Blueface's stolen vehicle to Baltimore, but got busted in Oklahoma before she could make it. Well, you didn't get far, ma'am. How you ain't even leave the city? How you ain't get out the city, ma'am? You ain't even make it out the city? Okay. After Chrisean got out of jail, she and Blueface stayed together, and Chrisean finally replaced her missing tooth with a new one. But she and Blueface decided to take it back out to keep the gap look, despite her dentist asking her not to. The next time she saw the dentist, she got a new implant, but this time it had Blueface's picture on it. Yeah. Since then, there have been several physical altercations between the couple, many of them caught on social media. Chrisean was arrested in Phoenix this summer for fighting Blueface at a club. He even offered her $100,000 to end their relationship. Then in October, Blueface was arrested for punching her in the face. She later retracted her statement and said it didn't happen, despite a video showing her face. Okay. There's certain words I'm omitting because I don't want YouTube to get on me too bad. The couple have also released several live videos of them having relations online. The couple is starring in a new show on the Zeus network called Crazy in Love. All right. I'm gonna read y'all this last little part and then well no, it's 2 more sections I'm gonna read you and then we're gonna finish it up. Chrisean fought Blueface's mother and sister. Footage of Blueface's mother, Carlissa, and sister, I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm gonna say that girl name, fighting with Chrisean surfaced shortly after Memorial Day weekend. What started the brawl is unclear, but the police were called, and according to Blueface, he and Chrisean were not the ones in the wrong. According to Carlissa, she called out her son for the fight. She also showed a view of her swollen face on another post. Blueface's sister alleged that Blueface punched her and her mother in the face. She also said that her husband left her after the incident. Well, because your husband got embarrassed. He got his tail beat. Yeah. However, Chrisean later said she was the one who assaulted the 2 women after allegedly being bullied for years by them. And Blueface encouraged her to defend herself. So Blueface encouraged. So let's just assume for a minute that version of the story is true. Blueface encouraged you to beat his mama and his sister up. Look, Mims, you being shady, but you telling the truth all at the same time. When he drops her for a girl with all her teeth, she gonna be need a 5150. Exactly. Okay. Blueface fought Chrisean's father. After Blueface and Chrisean went to meet up with Chrisean's family in September, mind you, they were filming for the show. Remember, we saw the cameras. They were filming at the time. Chrisean's another brawl broke out, but this time it was between Chrisean's dad and Blueface. In a video, you could see the couple and her family outside of a Baltimore hotel. It is unclear what the disagreement was about, but you can see Chrisean's dad swing on Blueface and connect, catching him off guard. Blueface stumbles a bit and then starts swinging. A few seconds later, you see Blueface coming behind Chrisean's dad and knocking him out. In a since deleted post on Instagram, Chrisean said that her boyfriend knocked her dad out. Blueface then wrote on social media, "I'm her daddy now," with a crying emoji behind it, or a crying laughing emoji behind it. Since then, we know about the situation where he was arrested 2 weeks ago in Vegas. We know there was another incident where she showed her face. She said that he assaulted her. He said she tried to jump out of a moving car and he saved her life. So then she came back later on and said, "Yeah, I was drunk. He saved my life. That's what happened." Yesterday on a live, an IG live, she said that she showed a picture of Blueface with 2 black eyes, and she said she gave it to him. Now, there's so many things wrong with this scenario. I'm going to drop the link. I'm going to let y'all come up and share what y'all want to share and speak on it. But my biggest issue with all of this is the fact that when I say us, I mean us as a society. All of us have sat back and watched this as entertainment instead of the fact that these are 2 very troubled young adults. I'm not going to call them kids because they're not kids, but they are young adults. We're dealing with somebody who has access to money, access to people kissing his butt because he has money. And I'm putting money in quotation marks. I ain't saying that he Oprah, okay? But he ain't hood either. He ain't, Abby makes a valid point. We're gonna put the blame where it belongs on Chrisean's mama and daddy, who told her that love means being disrespected and degraded. She did say that her father was abusive to her mother. She spoke on that in the video we looked at. She spoke on how bad that situation got. I think she said something about her dad kidnapping her mom or something like that. It was bad. That too, Mims. Yeah, the affiliations that he has with, GA. Y'all can finish the word. Zeus exploiting it, I think, is a sad state of where we are in this country. And I think yesterday, if y'all don't think that there's a double standard as it relates to DV in this country, yesterday when she posted that picture, and I'm not gonna post any of these pictures because I just don't want to chance any of that stuff being posted. But you can find it. It's online. It ain't a secret. You can go Google it. It's all over Instagram. It's all over the Shade Room and all of that yesterday. This young man, excuse me, had 2 black eyes. And she said she did it. And I'm waiting for the outcry. I'm waiting for the public outcry. I'm waiting for the people to say something because we still mad at Chris Brown. 2 weeks ago when that whole AMA thing came up, and I'm not saying we should or we shouldn't be. This ain't about whether we should or shouldn't be mad at Chris Brown. But the fact is, it's 10, 15 years later, and we are still mad at Chris Brown. Because why? Because of what he did. We saw the pictures and we felt some kind of way about that. But we see the pictures of this boy, this young man with 2 black eyes, and I'm waiting for the outcry. They get rewarded with a TV show. I don't hear anybody saying we need to boycott the show. We need to boycott Zeus. We shouldn't be highlighting this type of. When I say nobody, y'all, I ain't talking about few people. But I just don't hear the public outcry. Honestly, who hit who first? It doesn't. Well, I ain't gonna say it doesn't matter. I ain't gonna say it doesn't matter. But this is clearly an abusive relationship. It is not healthy for either one of them. I wasn't there. I don't know who hit who first. But let me tell you what I do know about DV. I'm gonna tell you facts. I'm gonna tell you what I know because I've seen it happen, and I haven't experienced it on myself, but I have family and friends who have. If the police show up, if somebody calls the police and the police show up, you know who's getting arrested in a situation like that? If it is a he say, she say, if it does come down to he hit me first, she hit me first, you know who the police are going to arrest? They're going to arrest the person that looks like they got off the better. They're going to arrest. So in that situation, if she didn't have no marks on her and he had 2 black eyes, you know who's going to jail that night? Her. They might arrest both of them. They might take them both. But if they feel like they got to make a decision about who need to go, the person that looks like they got off the better, doesn't matter who the aggressor is. If it's a my word against yours and the police can't figure it out, then yes, either A, they're going to take them both, or B, they'll take the person. And I'm telling you what I know from experience. And like I said, they may take them both. I see people saying both. That's fine too. That's fine too. But my point is still the same. My point is still the same. That she doesn't get off just because she says, oh, he hit me first. Girl, you gave him 2 black eyes. And again, if this were the first situation, I might get the benefit of the doubt and be like, well, maybe she was defending herself. But we have literally seen her unprovoked put her hands on him. We saw the video. And if you didn't see the video, again, it's out there. But there's a video of them arguing and she punches him first. Now they are arguing and I don't know what he said to her in that moment, but whatever he said, she put her hands on him first. I agree, Abby. I agree, but I also feel like because the same people, I hear what you're saying, we can't want more for them, they want for themselves. But I also remember, again, I'm just use Chris Brown as an example again. I also remember when that happened with Chris Brown, oh Lord, we wanted to ban him from everything and cancel him forever and ever and ever. Hell, last year with the Oscar slap with Will Smith. Oh my gosh, they wanted the man to be buried under and never ever come out again. And You know what I'm saying? People, oh, he should be banned from the Oscars and he should never ever be this and never ever do that and never ever 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 ever. But I don't see that when it's a woman and a man. I just don't feel like people got that same energy. I just don't feel like people have that same energy. And I understand from a point of view of I can't make nobody leave nobody. I can't make no, but Ebby, aren't they still doing the same thing? This has been going on for 2 years. Ebby said Chris should still be banned because he's doing the same thing. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying though is they've been doing this for 2 years. Every time we look up, it's another Chrisean situation. Every time we look up, Chrisean Blueface, Chrisean Blueface, Chrisean Blueface. I'm gonna drop the link so y'all can come up here and talk about it. I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all gotta say about it. But I just feel like, I mean, I made a decision for me and my channel, and I'm gonna just go ahead. Let me just go ahead and be real with y'all. And Mims, I don't know if you want to come up or not, but I can go ahead and be real with y'all about this situation. I could make a lot of money off of the Chrisean Blueface reality show. Y'all know I could. Y'all know good and well I could review that show and I could get views. We could do lives about it. I mean, we could drag that show and I could squeeze that show for every little 20, 30 cents off that video. Y'all know I can. Y'all know I can. But I made a decision that this is just not something I choose to pursue. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's backstage. Hold on. Let me put my banner up. Let me put my... Oh, no, that's not the one I want. Nikki?
Hey, Really B girl.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Just was listening to you and I just felt really strong about what's going on with this because the double standard, it does need to stop. Yes, typically from what we see, it's always, men who get the real brunt of it when they're involved in DV. But I'm thinking more so from the message that we're sending to everyone, like to hell with the youth, because it's nowadays like grown folks ain't got no sense either. But if you have this young lady posting the evidence of her crimes, lock ass up. Like, so we can have Young Thug and Gunna in jail for lyrics because they were quote unquote admitting a crime, but she said she did it. She put up physical evidence of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they need, like, I feel like the police, they're too reactive instead of being more proactive. And, like, they're not detectives, but regular beat cops, like detectives, whatever y'all doing, if y'all online and y'all listening to the wire all day and listening to records and all of that, you ain't even got to do all of that. Just go on social media and you'll see, and then just go round her ass up, his ass too. And they shouldn't be rewarded with a TV show. Just the same way that Robin, it wasn't cute, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't an uproar about her touching on those boys who were not interested because they clearly,
that was cringy.
It was cringy. But we talk about Michael Darby like a dog when he too touchy. It's like, we got to stop this because women, we can get ourselves hurt. Stop stepping up to fight a man because they are stronger. Everybody saw He Got Game. Everybody saw Cooley High. You can fall, hit your head the wrong way, and it's over. I mean, look at what happened with Shinquella. I don't think they meant to kill that girl, but you did. People need to keep their damn hands to themselves. I'm sick of it. I'm done now. I'm done.
All right, Tracy, go ahead, babe. What you got?
I am not defending Chris Brown, but I do remember after the Rihanna thing, radio stations wouldn't play his music. Right. They did stop and say, oh no, we're taking a hard stance against this. They wouldn't let him tour. He couldn't do these things. There was at least some point in time where people were like, no, we're taking a stance on this. I ain't seen nobody stop them at all.
Like, exactly. That's my whole point with this. Like, again, I'm not defending Chris Brown at all, but what I'm saying is that there was outrage. And I feel like, but I also feel like if that whole scenario had been flipped, if Blueface had showed a picture of her with 2 black eyes and bragged about doing it, I think there would be a different conversation today.
Because from what I've seen of those two, it's always her bragging about a physical altercation, a fight, him pulling out her hair, them two fighting each other. He tends to not put himself in it. And I don't know if it's because he understands that if I go along and I say, yeah, I did this to you, I could most likely get myself locked up, right? So I think he has a little more foresight to not go and brag about the way they fight. You know, he lets her say it, and then he will then, you know, either play off of it or kind of not say anything. Like, you know, he does just enough to let you know, yeah, that they was in there, you know, doing it to each other and, you know, going at it with each other. But he is not, you know, going out of his way to say, oh, I did this to her, the way she goes out of her way to tell us the things that she does to him, which I have a very interesting stance when it comes to violence, because I normally feel like there's normally a time and a place.
Girl, we know,
there's normally a time and a place. Now for them two, I feel like I just need somebody to go ahead, call the police, let them get locked up. I slap them with a restraining order, let them violate it, and lock them up and just be done with it. Hopefully there'll be some therapy or some counseling that get it out of their system, because at this point, he has made it very clear, I'm still going to sleep with my baby mom. I'm still going to do these things. None of this is going to change. And she is in it for the long haul and don't see an issue with it. And I need someone to help them understand that it is an issue, because, not to be funny, I have enough common sense to know, like, oh, nah, that's not what love look like. But people who don't will see this and then think, if I do this too, I can get a show. If I do this too, I could be social media famous. If I do this too, I can, you know, and want to emulate this, because either they want a way out or they don't want to keep doing the things that they're doing, and they see that they'll make money off of this, so let's go do it. I don't know who's still watching Zeus. I feel some type of way about y'all if y'all still watching Zeus, because that's where I draw the line, and my bar is low. So if Zeus is the problem, like, I draw the line there. But that's just me.
Chrisean is like a really cute kid from like Whoville. Have you noticed she looked like one of the people from The Grinch?
Who?
Chrisean. I'm gonna send you a picture.
She really does. That is her. That is her.
She's pretty. Hold on, back.
No, I didn't say she wasn't. I didn't say she wasn't pretty. I just said she looks like one of the little kids from Whoville.
Okay.
I send you Luties.
Bat, what you got, babe? And then it's Mims, and then it's Xavier. And Xavier, I love you, darling, but I'm gonna need you to watch your language, please, because yeah, okay. All right, go ahead, Bat.
I think my perspective as far as the reality TV portion of it goes and them being canceled or whatever, I guess I just don't expect much from these reality networks. They're the same ones who exploited Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown's addiction. They had the whole Bad Girls Club where they were, you know, people were basically beating the crap out of each other for money. And so, and they have an audience. Those shows don't come out for no reason, you know. They're making a lot of money.
Facts. And we're all guilty of it. When we look at a reality show and it's not a lot going on. Oh, it was boring. This episode was boring. Why? Because nobody was yelling at each other, because nobody was, you know, it wasn't. So it's like we're all, and I say we because I'm gonna point the finger at myself. We're all guilty of it.
Shoot, I can't exempt myself. I'll watch sometimes the best Bad Girl Club fights from XYZ season. Nobody exempt from it, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Mims. Now where he go? Mims.
I'm sorry, I was sending you the Grinch picture.
Oh,
It
okay. No.
wasn't the Grinch. It was a meme. It was like her and the cat in the hat. My
Oh
bad. I
Lord.
said. Okay, so I had thought about doing a topic on this, so I did a little background research. The real issue is the blogs. If you it's not the viewers, it's not Zeus. The blogs were the ones that highlighted everything that they did every day. More than likely, there was some form of payola to get Blueface's show on like the Shade Room and the
Hollywood
neighborhood.
Unlocked post them
So
every 5 minutes.
there's some type of payola there, and so when you have it in your face, they've kind of become celebrities. But we can't really do a comparative analysis to Chris Brown or Will Smith because Blueface had one single, and he wasn't even the star of his own single.
Uh-oh. Hello. Mims, we lost you. Mims. Oh, okay. He fell off. Go ahead, Xavier. He'll come back. Go ahead, Xavier.
Okay, I'm gonna try and be as polite as I can.
You
But
don't have to be polite. I just need you to not cuss every 2 seconds.
okay, but I think that it is we're in a very scary situation with these two people, and I feel like it's eventually going to end up on some snap type of situation because Krishan it's a psycho. She's psycho. Like the girl, like there's no light behind that girl's eyes. It's blank right there. And the way she moves and interacts with people, I referenced the Twitch when they were streaming on Twitch together with one of Blueface's friends, and the way that the energy was around her, you can tell that people around them are scared of this girl. They're scared of her. Like when he was playing his song, and it was a trash song. He was rapping and mumble, and it was trash. And she was hyping it up though. And when everybody wasn't hyping it up, she stepped to those men and tried to make them to like get on the same page with her. So she's clearly a violent individual. And I think I don't want to say she's more violent than him, but I feel like she doesn't have a lack of self control in a way that he does. Where I feel like he can just do it behind closed doors. She will do it in front of anybody, everywhere. No, no problem. So I think she's a real danger and a menace.
I agree with you. I think I'm again, I think it's dangerous. And like Abby said, y'all not when I say y'all, I ain't talking about you, but y'all not gonna be happy until there's a serious tragedy here, and I do think that the more attention they get, the worse it gets. Like, and I'm glad you came up here, Xavier, because you might be able to help me out a little bit. But that live stream on Twitch, who was that guy? Because he's clearly somebody very popular. Because I don't know
him. His name is Kai. He's part of Blueface's like core friends on YouTube and Twitch. They always do collabs together. Yeah, they always like do stuff together. Him, Aiden Ross, Gray, they run in the same circle. So she's around them. They probably have witnessed their interactions the most.
I'm just saying, Dateline will do a good special on it.
Some of the stuff that we saw on there, like there was a part where they were eating, and I don't remember what he said, but I don't remember what he said. But
about
the guy
tearing up their house.
Kyle said something. He was joking with him with Blueface about a girl or something, and Chrisean leaned over, and you could read her lips when she said it, but she was like, "I'm not going anywhere. I'm never leaving you." And the look on Blueface, like he literally had that look where it's like blink twice if you need help. Like he literally had that look on his face, like he was like, "OS," you know what I mean? Like you never leaving ever. Like he really did. And I'm not saying he's innocent by any stretch, y'all, by any stretch. But the look on his face in that moment when she was like, "I'm never leaving you," like you ain't never getting rid of me. I think that's what she said. You ain't never getting rid of me. I think is actually what he said.
Yeah, because he was talking about her tearing up their house, how she would just go around and break stuff.
Hold on, y'all. I think that's Santa Claus coming through my neighborhood. Y'all hear that?
Yep.
So it's the fire. Okay, they usually don't do it till like Christmas Eve though. But it's the fire trucks coming through with like the Christmas lights and Santa Claus. But they usually do that like on Christmas Eve. I don't know why they're doing that so early. Okay, I'm sorry. Chrisean has a serious problem. He knew the camera was on. I don't think he cares. He wants to make her look crazy. Okay, more than just a name said that he's doing it to make her look crazy. I'm not saying he's innocent, but I think she is dangerous more than he is. I think both of them are dangerous. Like I said, I'm not giving him a pass, but I just feel like my pet peeve with what happened yesterday was if the situation were reversed, I just feel like the police would have been busting down to his door. He would have been in custody. By the end of the day, he would be in custody. And the fact that it just seemed to be like a joke. It was just something that people post on the shade room and moved on with. I just think that was just, I feel like it's deeper than that.
Do you think it's because they've had so many violent interactions that have been online that people kind of are numb to it?
It may be, but again, I don't know. Seeing that picture,
It makes sense what you say though, because he probably would be in jail if he had posted a picture of her with two black eyes.
And don't get me wrong, she did get arrested that time that the video came out. She did get arrested, so I mean, I have to say that. And again, we know that if the other person doesn't cooperate, we know that the charges generally don't go anywhere. But I feel like but there are situations where you don't need the person to cooperate. She literally is saying she did it online.
Sure don't. State
you know what I mean? Like
all the time.
Right. Yeah. And even if she lying, it's like, well, you lying. Oh well. You back, boo?
Yeah. I sent you a picture. Please pull it up.
Let me see.
So what I was saying was we can't really compare them to like Will Smith or Chris Brown because Blueface really didn't have a career. His career is based in tabloids. You can't pull anything away from him because he doesn't have anything that's legitimate, right? He made millions doing Blueface Girls. Like that's part of the reason why Lemmy put together the Bad Girls Club again, because he saw how much money Blueface made on OnlyFans. So he decided to establish his own platform where people could strip, have SCX, fight, and nobody can stop him. There's no guidelines, there's no rules because it's on an app, similar to OnlyFans.
Yeah, and that again, I remember when he did that show. I mean, of course, I didn't know who he was because y'all know I don't know these people like that. I didn't know who he was, and I remembered her, but it's just at this point, it's just so toxic. And like I said, of course, the natural curiosity that makes you look at the accident as you're driving by is there, but I just can't. I can't make myself watch that show. Like I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I can't do it.
Yeah, I think the difference between this and other reality TV, even violent reality TV, is that if you look at these two people, it doesn't look like it's destined to go anywhere good. Like in real life, they seem like they're gonna hurt each other badly. And I'm not watching that show. I refuse.
And when Nikki came up here, Nikki made, or I don't know if it was Nikki or somebody in the chat. I think it was Nikki when she came up here. She made a valid point and she said, hey, it's kind of, the same thing we did with the Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston thing. But I'm gonna say this, in the moment, and maybe it was me because I'm just was young and naive, but in the moment, I didn't, a lot of that Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, we saw in retrospect. In the moment, it just looked crazy, but it didn't look as bad.
Yeah, that was me who brought up Bobby and Whitney.
Wait, Whitney. You remember that time that you was constipated and I had to manually go in there and get it and get it free? Remember that? Shut up, Bobby. Shut up, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they looked dysfunctional, but it didn't look as toxic as we found out later it was because of the drug addiction and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But isn't this a way to sort of redo that, to say, okay, we all were entertained by the Bobby show. We were all entertained by it. But now we know better. You know what I'm saying? When I say we, again, I ain't talking about every single person, but on a general scale. But like Lumel Plummer, that is what his whole brand is. His whole brand is just bad behavior. I did not need to know that Bobby
No, I did not need to know that Bobby manually goes in there and unconstipates Whitney.
I didn't
That
need to
was
know about,
too much.
but in hindsight, we now know that that was a part of the drug addiction. Those drugs get you tight. We know that now.
And also, there was a lack of culpability because they were drug addicts, so they weren't in their right mind. We can clearly tell that Blueface and Chrisean aren't influenced by anything. They just like to fight each other.
Nah,
So
they're
can we
definitely not in their right minds.
No, they
can we
Those people
blame?
are
I mean,
mentally
it's
ill and
not.
they use drugs.
Yeah, she's clearly they're clearly drunk and high a lot of the time. I ain't gonna say every time, all the time, but clearly. And I think the point you bring up, Xavier, what you said is interesting because I also think that's part of the problem with our society because we tend to push away alcohol and weed like, oh, it's just alcohol, oh, it's just weed, but we will focus on the other harder stuff as if the effect isn't the same. If you're a drunk and you're a violent drunk, that's still bad. If for most people, weed don't make them violent, but it alters your sense of reality. It alters your thinking. So that's still not a good place to be all the time. And I think a lot of times we tend to brush it off because, oh, well, it's just this, or oh, it's just that. And I'm like, no, it's still not good. And that young lady clearly, I mean, did y'all see the way she was down in that Henny straight? Like,
Why are we talking about her alcohol and potential drugs when we know that she has no cognitive reasoning skills? There's something, she's a bit slow. We'll just say that. She's slow. And people don't want to say that, but there's something there. And I'm so tired of hearing, oh, she had a hard child life. You have on a $200,000 necklace. That money could have been spent on a therapist. I get so tired of, oh, her life was so rough. We've all had a rough life, ma'am. There's a lot of people who are in foster care, parents giving up, drug addicts, assaulted, SCX assaulted. There's a lot of things that go on with everybody. But now that you have the means, then you need to work to make yourself a better person. But that's not what she wants to do because
Does
she's
she
been
know she
given.
needs to?
I've seen her cry on live multiple times saying, I have mental issues. I have mental issues. But my daddy, talking about Blueface, is teaching her through God that she doesn't need therapy.
It's all part of the manipulation.
and let me say this, and then I'm gonna let Bap came back up, and I have the picture, man. I'm gonna put the picture up. But let me say this too, as somebody who's in education and I see children all the time, the one thing we know for a fact is the girl is a crack baby. Now, I'm not saying that to be rude or
I didn't know
disrespectful.
that. I didn't know that.
Well, her mom, her mom was addicted to drugs and her father was as well. So when I say crack baby, I'm saying she was born with things in her system. So she started, and like you said, so going back to the point you made, does that alter her? We're not going to pretend like we're not dealing with a generation of children whose whole I don't know. I'm not a scientist. So I don't know if DNA is the right word. Was altered by the fact that they were born with drugs in their system. Like there's something there that changes something. So I don't disagree with you that her cognitive skills probably. And whenever I hear that she was in college, I always want to go back and find out who were her teachers in
Beauty
school.
college,
She graduated.
beauty school.
No, she went to high school. She went to
I'm, I'm
college.
being, I'm being.
Oh no. Oh,
Community
okay. Yeah.
college?
Yeah, she was at, but again, she was an athlete, and we already know that story. We don't even need to go down that road. She was an athlete, and we know that athletes tend to get, we know that. And she was talented as well. So the fact that, and I don't think it was a mistake or coincidence that she ended up in California as far away from Baltimore as she probably could get. I think her teachers probably did the best they could, or the people at those schools did the best they could. But let's be clear, what I know about Baltimore City schools is they not the most rigorous schools. Um,
So you're
but yeah,
trying
but
to, in a nice way, say they passed that girl.
probably. And Mims, I'm gonna let you talk back after I say this, and I'm gonna put the picture up. Mims, your point is valid, but I also think that we can't negate the fact that that is a part of her cognitive ability and her reasoning skills. And if she was taught that love is shown through violence, then that's what she's going to exhibit. If she was taught that this is how you show that you love somebody, if this is the first quote unquote man in her life that she feels like has shown her that he really truly loves her, we know it's toxic. We're on the outside looking in, but if this is what she is interpreting, I don't think we can negate that's a part of it, right? Let me
I
show the
didn't know
people.
that. I didn't know that she was a that her parents were on drugs when she was born. So that does add another element to
Oh
this
Lord.
whole thing. Yeah,
Now
I
I
see the
personally,
resemblance.
I don't see the resemblance.
I see
I
it.
see it in the
Oh
nose,
Lord.
in the lips, in the lips, the way the lips curl to the back.
Y'all are
I still think
terrible.
she's a really, I think she's a really pretty girl. I give her a hard time, but no, if you're saying that her parents were on drugs when she was conceived, then that does change things a little bit for me
But can I?
personally.
Right. And again, just like anybody else that needs therapy, you have to have that mindset to say, I need help. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like again, for us on the outside, it's easy to be like, oh, you need some therapy. Oh, you need some help. But until I mean, look at Kanye. You know what I mean? Like until you make Kanye has all the resources in the world, and yet we see what we got from him. You know what I
No,
mean?
really, no, it's this culture of I'm gonna get online, I'm gonna cry every chance I get. I literally watched this girl online talk about the fact that she knows she's messed up, the fact that she knows she has issues, the fact that she knows she needs therapy. It's that my issue with it is that she's doing it to an audience as opposed to really sitting and thinking, okay, what can I do to get myself out of the situation, or what can I do to improve myself? She is yearning for attention from her Instagram followers, and that is what gets me. That's why I don't have it in me. If you can cry online, you can cry to a therapist.
I hear you. I hear you. Back. What you want to say, babe?
What's the incentive for her to seek change?
She doesn't have
And
any
to get her
incentive.
tooth back.
You know but the incentive for her to change, she gets every there's that situation that she's in is rewarding her in every way possible. She has the person that she thinks she loves. She has money. She's getting the attention that she's craving. There isn't really any incentive for her to seek change. That situation is so profitable for both of them that I don't think I don't see the incentive for either one of them to do anything to change it.
He takes her checks. She doesn't actually get her money. He keeps all her money.
But do we really know that?
That's what she said. I mean, I don't have any reason to believe that she doesn't sign over her checks to him.
But does she really want the money? Does that matter to her? Like,
Good point.
as somebody who's been to anger management 3 times, I can tell you, I knew I needed to go, but I went there and I went through the motions, but it didn't do anything for me until I was truly ready to like actually get something from it. So sending her to therapy ain't gonna do nothing if she is not ready to actually do the work. So as much as we say like, oh, she needs therapy, she does, but if she's not ready, it's just gonna be a waste of everything because she isn't gonna get anything from it. Um, what I will say is the blogs wouldn't keep posting if people wasn't under the comments indulging in it. So it's
True.
not just the blogs. It is not just let me like you someone pays for that service every month. It's not like it's free. It's not like you go on YouTube and just watch it for free. No, you have to actively go and pay to watch this show. So the same way people was willing to go and pay when he was on OnlyFans to watch him do it on, it's the same group of people that is willing to go and pay Lemmy to watch these types of shows. Because as much as we may say, like, so what? Bad Girls Club would probably be like the start of it, right? Because Bad Girls Club was before Love and Hip Hop. So Bad Girls Club will probably be like the start of it that I can think of a reality TV show where you just fought and went wild, right?
Jerry Springer.
But even if you think about Springer, them people went on one time and you never seen them again, right? And it wasn't even on a whole episode. They had a little bit here or there. But with reality TV, like with the Bad Girls Club, it was like, okay, you put these people from these different places in this house for this much time. and you get whatever show you're going to get for however many weeks they was there, and then they went on about their life, about their business, and they weren't like in relationship, like actually together doing things, in perpetuity, just continuing to go on. So it's one thing, and I think that's where people tend to be like, oh, it's just a show, it doesn't matter, because if you're looking at it from the lens of, oh, these people are coming together doing this to act a fool for TV, and then they're going about their life and leaving, it's like, okay, you're willing to play this character online, or show your natural behind for this many weeks, with people you don't know, and move forward. No, this is a relationship. She is constantly in this toxic, dramatic ridiculousness. He is in this constant demonic, sick thing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, because apparently they can't use the bathroom without one another, all the time. As much as I want to say, like, oh, Bobby and Whitney, to me, it wasn't physically violent. It was, it was seeing my girl down bad. It was say no to drugs. It gave you all types of things, but you didn't think, when you got done watching the show, that the cameras went off and Whitney, was jumping on Bobby and knocking his teeth out. Like, it didn't give you that same type of feeling that you get from watching them, where you're like, oh, they're gonna end up on Dateline. Like, I can see this Dateline episode. Like, I could see them on the ID channel. Like, you can see where they're going to end up. It gives you a different type of feeling. So some of it, I'm like, yeah, it's this, but the feeling that you get from watching them is different than the feeling that you get watching. Because at some point you start to feel bad for them, like, dang, y'all down bad on these drugs. And this is
Okay,
just
really quick. Portia, Chappelle, Mayweather Jr. Who are you beating up on that you needed anger management 3 times? I want to know.
listen, I'm gonna need you to understand. Okay, I am a much better person than I used to be. Okay, I put my hand on several people's.
Tracy and Abby, they are, Abby is the head of the Nuck of You Buck ministry over here, and Tracy is her trustee.
I'm trustee.
So it's always up and stuck with the two of them. Okay, it's always up and stuck with the two of them.
Section, but I can't be a counselor.
You cannot, Xavier. No, I love you dearly, Xavier. I do, but no, you cannot be the counselor. Oh Lord Jesus! All right,
hey y'all. Hey, really? Hey, oh hey Tracy and everybody on the panel.
Hey,
Hello.
Andrea, I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak, and then Nikki, I'll let you come back around, and then I'll let people get their final words. Go ahead, Andrea.
Okay, so I was just calling, I was just reaching out because I have not watched the episode yet. Like, I'm literally about to watch it.
What episode? What you talking about?
Are we talking about Chrisean, right? Isn't it on today?
No,
Because I thought they said they pushed it back.
Wait a minute, hold on. Has the show started yet? Because I'm not watching it, so
I don't even know.
Because as far as I know, they were supposed to have it like last week Sunday or the Sunday before last.
Oh, see, I haven't been watching. I don't watch the show. I was just talking about what happened yesterday with her admitting that she had black eyes.
It's December 11th. The show comes on.
So next Sunday, next week.
Oh, okay. I thought it was this week. My bad, because I know they pushed it back a couple of weeks. So I thought it was today that it was coming on.
Oh, well, Lord, it's so close to Jesus' birthday.
I know, right?
Actually, it's the day after my birthday, which is kind of like Jesus.
No.
I just thought that it came on tonight. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go on ahead and watch it. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I just came into the comments or whatever, and I was like, okay, well, maybe that's why it's being talked about. But only thing I'm going to say about them is because of, like I said, I don't know what everything was about, is that really, honestly, this is going to show a whole lot of all the toxicity that's been surrounded around them. And they're going to record and put all of this on here and show everybody all of their business, which we already see on any social media platform. I just feel like this is gonna be not good. I'm gonna check out the first episode though. I am. But at the end of the day, I just feel like with Chrisean and Blueface, it's toxic. She's better for TV, and he's not gonna like when she actually blows. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna listen to everybody else talk about everything because y'all been in here before me. So I just wanted to say that.
Oh no, that's fine. I know you're good.
She thinks that Chrisean is gonna blow up. Like, you mean her celebrity's gonna rise? Is that what you're saying?
I think that because of what's going, I'm talking about for as far as Zeus. I'm not talking about like normal people like us where we see people that are really famous. What I'm saying is that she's gonna be more famous than he is when it comes down to the toxicity that they have. Is what I mean. Like, I don't think she's
like
gonna
Bad
be
Baby
super
type famous.
Yeah, she gonna be one of those. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she's gonna be like where everybody is on her tip and really following her like that. I just feel like she's gonna have a fake fame and people are gonna follow her for a hot minute, maybe till I'll say February of 2023, and then after that it's gonna be done and signed, still delivered after people see this show. I don't think that she's gonna be as big as people want or she wants to be, Mims.
If she want to be Bad Baby famous, she better put her tooth back in.
Mims.
Y'all in this girl tooth, Lord.
Wait, was that Mims that just said that?
You know that was Mims Shady Tail.
Wait a minute. Mims. Mims, I wanted to say this to you too. No disrespect, really, I'm sorry. I know you was in the comments, but I like that interview that you did with Tina Talks.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And again, I appreciate really for sharing it.
It was I shared it and everything.
No problem.
Oh, well, thank you.
Angie Pooh says she thinks it's a setup. If something happens, he has proof. But both of them got proof. I mean, it's documented that both of them, you know what I mean? But you're right. I mean, she did do it on live. I mean, any final thoughts? Now listen, let me say this to y'all. Y'all know that Sunday night is a busy night, child. Everybody and their cousin go live after the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Yes.
Mims is going live. I'm gonna go live. Scotty's gonna go live. Cause listen, them women gonna probably make me mad enough to go live again. But the other thing too is I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna just wait and do it tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna I watched the rest of this Casey Anthony situation and I got some thoughts. So we'll wrap that up tomorrow. I'm not gonna try to squeeze that in tonight. We'll wrap that up. We'll wrap that up tomorrow.
How'd she get all that plastic surgery and still look ugly?
Who?
Oh my God!
Isn't that her name? The Casey Anthony? She got all the plastic surgery after she killed her child?
She didn't get any plastic surgery.
Casey Anthony went into hiding, right?
She was murdering the child.
She looked the exact same. She's too narcissistic to change her looks because she wants people to know who she is. She hasn't gotten she got tattoos.
That's the girl that was just behind stage with a rock star a couple days ago.
Yeah.
She killed her baby? No, I'm telling you, she got murdered.
I have to go back and look at. I need to look at her before and after because she looked the exact same to me. But okay,
she looked the same. She does look like she got fillers or something, but I don't think it's nothing permanent though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because she does look a little bit different, but it could be she older. This happened years ago.
Yeah, maybe I'm used to like the Mia level of plastic surgery, so maybe
my goodness, Lord, no.
maybe hers is a little more.
Now, what did Mia do to deserve that? Really be? Mia ain't bother nobody.
Look the way she do.
Wait a minute.
Mia ain't bother nobody. Wait a minute. Time out.
Maybe hers is just a little more subtle because I don't see it. But let me go look at it before and after because I just looked at this whole documentary and she looked the same to me. She just looked 10 years older, you know.
I didn't see nothing.
This is why I really don't be inviting me to her channel because then she be getting shady and it's out of nowhere. The shade just is flowing.
I just want to know who said Mia didn't deserve that.
That was me, Bap. I was joking.
Girl, you know,
but she had to circle back to it. Like, wait, let's go back. Rewind.
Wait a minute.
No, I don't like
We
me
all
either.
see that picture, baby, where she look like the Scream Mask. Whole punch face is out of pocket.
Who?
It
Mia?
is rough. It's
No, whole
rough.
punch face is Mia. Mia's whole punch face.
Whole
Then
punch
we
face.
have whole punch face, and
Oh
then
my
we have
god.
Roberto Jamal Dixon, who she needs to sit back.
Oh my.
Man, Karen gonna knock her down in that seat, baby. Karen is about to. Woo, this gonna be good. Because when
I
Karen
can't
bring up
wait.
I'm so excited tonight. I don't know what to do. Like I'm getting my dinner ready.
See?
I'm making sure, I got all of
Look,
my little what I need to get right for the night.
really, be are you
But
going live?
Yeah, I'm going live.
Okay, because mine's coming a little bit later, but I don't care. I still be watching y'all
Yeah.
commentary and everything before that, because that should be funny as hell. And also with the trailer, did you do a review for the trailer yet?
We talked about it. What,
I
Friday?
seen a little bit, but not much. So I was
Yeah, I
like,
know.
okay,
Mims did a whole reaction. I did a reaction, but I
I
mixed
know.
it with my tribe meeting. We talked about it. Yeah, it's definitely
Okay.
gonna be interesting. What's coming? What we got coming? But let me get ready to wrap it up. Anybody have any final thoughts about Blueface and Chrisean before we wrap it up?
Yeah, let me say something before I hop off of here. Neither, like y'all were saying, neither one of them really come from solid foundations.
Oh, I gotta
Blueface with whatever in the world is going on with his mama and his sister and family or whatever in the world, and her with her family and all of that. They both have substance abuse problems, probably mental illness. And so it's just up to individuals to decide whether or not they're going to feed into it.
Facts
That's
on
all.
facts. All right,
Agreed.
anybody else? I'm gonna pull a name for the giveaway for today. Day 2 of the
Oh, is it my name?
Here come this old bootleg
You
JD
need my.
box. Don't like nobody.
Mims, you are not a member, so this is a members only event.
I thought
Don't
I was
worry,
an
Mims.
honorary
I'm in the
member.
same boat as you. Don't worry, I'm in the same boat as you, and I am a member. That JD box don't act right.
The Jack
Me and
Daniels
Evie.
box.
That JD box don't act right.
I'm gonna dig deep. I'm digging my hand in deep, Tracy. I'm digging my hand in deep.
Shoot.
Remember,
Touch
you are
Jesus.
winning
It ain't
a
gonna do
candle
nothing.
from CCTV. Oh shoot! Oh shoot!
You have a what from
Shit.
CCTV?
A candle. Did it?
CCTV. Oh, that's Conscious TV?
No. Fifi. Fefe. Fifi TV.
Oh, okay.
All right, but this one fell out when I put my hand in, so this is just gonna be the one for today.
It might be
If I
mine
did
because it
drop
was on
2
the
of
floor.
them. Oh, you were in the chat earlier. Authentically Young. You were in the chat earlier. I don't know if you're still here or not. Authentically Young. Oh, thank you, little baby, for becoming a member. Hey.
Congratulations.
Authentically
Congrats.
Young. You need to email me.
Congratulations.
Email me. I'll put it on my community tab. But email me at ReallyBThePodcast. Put in the subject. Day 2 giveaway, so I can keep it order in my mind. Day 2 giveaway, and you need to email me an address where I can send it to. I'm not gonna give you any of your information away. You can trust me; it ain't no problem. But just an address where I can mail it to. So email me. But Authentically Young, Day 2. Now don't forget, it's still. Listen, y'all still got 10 more days to win, Tracy. You still got 10 more days.
Listen, me and that JD box, we got beef. But can I ask you a question?
Okay.
Where's our countdown at? What's our numbers looking like? Where the countdown at?
Oh,
What we working on? What we working with?
Okay.
She got like 800 to 10,000, right?
I'm actually less than that. I'm less than that. She said, so Tracy wants to know what our count is for today. So we are at 9,206, I believe.
Oh Lord, this 10K party is gonna be crazy.
So my question is, why didn't you go live?
9,208. 9,208.
My question is, why didn't you go live after Love and Marriage Huntsville? Because we need to get these people. Listen, I'll have you doing a Blueface live if it's gonna get our numbers up. And I can't stand him or her.
Tracy,
come on,
Tracy, I love you dearly, but I do have a life.
My bad. You was with Kingpin Bay. Got it. Okay, I understand. I'm gonna let that be.
Wait, is that the man you was getting that massage with?
Oh my gosh! It was Saturday night, and I had plans yesterday. I haven't even looked at the episode yet. So
Yes.
It wasn't nothing much. You didn't miss nothing. It's
Look,
just a
look,
bunch of crying and apologies.
I'm gonna
From
back
some
off
sorry
Wow.
ass
because
man.
Kingpin Bang about to come after me, so I'm gonna back up. You right. You was busy.
No, but
No
I know. I
disrespect.
mean, I know Tracy from the YouTube streets, and Tracy is on it. She is
Oh,
producer
Tracy is
Tracy.
on it.
You got you. I
Oh,
think you're
Jelly
so close to your
Bonita
10K.
Daria. Oh, well, welcome, new member. Yes, to the members. Yes, to the new member. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying Tracy is who you want on your team. Now I know
Oh,
she fights in real
absolutely.
life.
Tracy is my producer. Tracy, listen, let me tell you something. Tracy is my producer. Tracy is my showrunner. Okay, Tracy be sending me stories all day, every day. Do you hear me? She sends me stories all day, every day, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, Tracy is on it, and Tracy is vested. I know she is vested in us getting to this 10K. I am too. I got a phone call today. Somebody called me today and was like, "Girl, why didn't you do such and such? You know that would have gave you some numbers. You know that would have been good for you." And I was just like, okay, calm down, y'all. Like, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
We're gonna get you over
I
that
know
hurdle.
y'all love me. I know y'all love me, and y'all wanna have that party, and we gonna get there. We
Yeah,
slowly.
don't give us Shawnee. Don't say why you so invested. Say
Who?
share my content and like it.
Who?
No, I was being funny. How Shawnee had told
No,
the people, y'all are too invested in my show. And then as soon as she
no, I'm
said
not. Oh
that,
no,
we all
no,
stopped
nobody's
watching.
too vested at all. Mm-mm. No, y'all not too vested. It's just you know. All right.
It
With that
does
being
get
said,
hard. It does get hard, really.
it
It
does.
gets
It,
really.
it does.
Look, it's easy for me because I'm always behind everything. So it's real easy for me. So I'm like, here, do this, here, do this, here, do this, here, do this, here, do this. So it's super easy for me. I work in HR all day, so I sit behind the desk telling people what to do. So this is super easy for
Right.
me. I got
Right.
4 monitors. I got one for YouTube alone. Just do this, do this, do this. It's easy. Like, oh,
Angie
my
Boo
bad.
said that Fifi's candles smell amazing, so we have a right. So she knows how, and I'm gonna put her Instagram and everything up there as well. All right, y'all. Let me go and get off here so I can be ready to watch this Real Housewives of Potomac situation, child. Thank y'all
Thank
for
you,
coming
Really
up,
B.
Mim,
Thank y'all.
Tracy,
This was fun.
thank you, Boo. Audrey, Xavier, Nikki was up here, Bat was up here. Thank you guys for coming through. And I guess we'll just see how this situation plays itself out, honey. I will see, hopefully, maybe see y'all back in about an hour-ish. I mean, hour and a half-ish to talk about these women down to the Potomac, honey. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Mwah.